Good morning. As I left you off last night, we got it all bolted in. So welcome to part 3 and the last part of this video, or day 3 really. I already started. I got the hood bolted on, and now I'm not sure where I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start under the car, put the passenger side axle and the half shaft in, and undo the chain from down there and just kind of go from there. So yeah, hopefully get this done today. I need to get this done today because I need to drive to work tomorrow. I've got all the fluids full, except for coolant. Obviously, it's gonna have to bleed. Everything's wired up. Battery and intake need to go in. The belts over here need to go on. The problem I'm having is I need the crank pulley off the old motor, and it will not come loose. I've broken like 3 ratchets and a couple adapters trying to get it off, so I'm waiting for Brandon hopefully bring me some better tools. But I've got everything else pretty much ready to go. So as soon as I can get that pulley off over there, get it on here, get the belts on the alternator and the power steering pump, be able to put the battery in, the intake, see if this bitch starts. Man, I have a freaking mess to clean up when I'm done. But we're getting there. Almost there. I want to get back to you before it gets totally dark outside. It's probably, I think it's like 5 o'clock almost. She does start and run. I have a check engine light for the coolant temp sensor. The wiring broke off, so I resoldered it and have the battery cable off to reset the ECU, so hopefully that goes away. My resoldered knock sensor works, so I'm happy about that. Stutters a little bit before it catches on after you tap the gas. I'm assuming, one, because I don't have the alternator on yet because the pulley is still stuck on there, and 2, the timing's probably off a little bit on the distributor, so I gotta adjust the actual timing. So do that as soon as Brandon gets here, and we'll get the pulleys swapped. I can't get this thing off. I have broken, as I've said, I've broken a bunch of ratchets trying to get it off, so he's bringing over a 1/2-inch socket and another breaker bar. Hopefully we can get this thing off and try torching it and then hitting it with the 2 breaker bars, him on one side, me on the other side, and see if we can't break this thing loose. Alright, so as you just saw, it took both of us standing on that pipe and pulling up with that pipe attached to 2 breaker bars to get that pulley off. But it's off, and it's on the new car, the new engine. So I'm going to put this EC belt, or this, not EC belt, yeah, it would have been the EC belt, but now it's just an alternator belt. That's how I've been running it. Here, use this instead of that piece of shit. That thing's dying. My phone's much brighter.
Yes, it is.
same pulley. I was just editing the video and I realized I never really filmed an outro, and I figured no better time than now, since Brandon's actually finally here with me, considering he wasn't in like 90% of the video. So, little update, the car's been together for a few days. It runs, it drives, the transmission grinds the out of third, and usually won't even go in third, and I got really bad gear whine in fourth and fifth, so I'm gonna have to go to pick and pull and pick up another transmission. And I think I forgot to tighten down the axle nut. I didn't stake it. I'm gonna do that now. Replaced the knock sensor because it went out the first freeway drive I took it to work the next day. So, yeah, I got another one in there, and it still comes on when you get on the freeway for a few seconds, so I think it's loose. I didn't exactly have a 24 mil to tighten it down. It made a weird noise that sounded like it was supercharged. Huh.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah. His dad thought it was a vacuum leak, so we spent like 20 minutes with a stethoscope going over everything, and we couldn't find it. Turned out I put the balance shaft belt on way too tight, so I pulled all that off, pulled the belts off, and now I just have a little belt chirp. I think I have one of the accessory belts too tight, but the supercharger whine noise is gone. I got a couple little oil leaks I gotta fix up, but other than that, we have completely good running for the most part. Clutch feels freaking awesome. H23 swapped Prelude. And to answer, because I know this, if this video gets some views, everyone's gonna ask what ECU I'm running. It's the stock P5P ECU that comes with the SH Prelude. Unless somebody changed it on me, I haven't actually pulled the footwell out to see. But yeah, just got a couple small oil leaks from the cam caps I have to fix, which is pretty easy. I just forgot to put liquid gasket on this. And gonna replace the alternator because I think it's starting to go a little bit. Yeah, runs good, doesn't overheat. Yeah, so H23 swapped SH Lude. Just coming along. Got my strut tower bar and everything in, and yeah, feels much more solid than it did before, especially when it's running not on limp mode. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I think we got some shit to do to your car now, huh?
We got some shit.
So yeah, we'll keep you updated and try and keep the content coming out more frequently. But hope you enjoyed this video. You guys have a good one.